Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double time. Hey, we got 3 out.
Throwing to start the drive. Cochran. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. From the gun, Jackson, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ready? What's happening? Mike 45. Yo.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
59-15. Exit.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it third and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in. And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. This is Barkley pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Let's go,
Here's a second and 7. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Cochran. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense.
Now Barkley stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They I just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Mike, 45. Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Switch up, switch up.
First and 10 at the 42.
A first down carry for Barkley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike.
On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
From the 16, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now Jackson, and this is going to be incomplete. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare them to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
And it's fielded at the 34. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cochran. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. 30. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 5.
On first down, Cochran buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jackson operating from the gun. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Oh, fighting off the defender. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch the slant.
The Bears' 48-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jackson on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
2nd and 2. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
50, plant.
First down. First and 10 at the 13.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Slam.
First carry for James Conner. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now
Let's go. 15 minus. 15 minus.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Cochran. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
Tight left. Hey. You got
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Saquon Barkley with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Bears cut into that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Back to throw. Cochran, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return.
Ravens 33, Bears 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
At the 35-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Jackson now. Open man is Higgins. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. They come out here in the eye.
Tight down. There you go.
They'll run here with Mack. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Tried to go draw a play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so the runner could...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30, 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. From the gun, Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking to throw. Cochran. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this. Quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
They'll go again here with Mack. A strong running. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And this is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now it's Jackson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
You think you gonna get this?
Operating from the gun, Cochran. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Pull it high.
On 1st and 10, Cochran. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Andy Isabella. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Ravens 50. Bears 32.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Set, ready. Go to base. 45. Come on, D. Protect.
Now Mack. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
53-yard attempt.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that...
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best as I am. There's no need in keeping it low. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. There were lots of fast talk. Put on the test, most regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. Just trying not to fumble. Rumble, y'all man, rumble. Never live magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet.